Cedar City's Main Street is full of stories. Join us for one. Question: what does a small southern Utah town of 1,700 have in common with a nation of over 423 million? Answer: Helen Foster Snow. When Helen Foster was born here at home in Cedar City on September 21, 1907, it's unlikely that her parents, nor anyone else in this rural town, could comprehend the impact she would have on a nation over 6,000 miles away. After graduating from high school, Helen studied various languages at the University of Utah, and eventually she took the Foreign Service exam. While she was waiting for an overseas position to open up, she took a job as a secretary for the American Silver Mining Commission. Discovering the interest the Mining Commission had in the Orient, specifically China, would set the course for the remainder of her life. Helen soon secured a position at the American consulate in Shanghai and was off to China. On her first day in China, she met another journalist, Edgar Snow. The two soon would marry and begin chronicling the challenges faced by the Chinese people during the tumultuous period of civil war and Japanese occupation. Over the next 9 years, Helen Foster Snow would write numerous articles and books that would provide valuable context for the rising Chinese student movement, detailed portraits of the young communist leadership, and descriptions of the challenges faced by the everyday people. Struggling with the suffering of the people, in 1938, Helen, being familiar with the rural pioneer cooperatives of her youth, suggested that a similar model could be adapted by the Chinese people. These small producer cooperatives were a resounding economic success, with more than 3,000 scattered through 16 Chinese provinces. The Chinese name for these industrial cooperatives was soon abbreviated as Gung Ho, which translated as working together. Gung Ho would become the slogan for the movement, as well as a popular English phrase still in use today. Even the First Lady, Eleanor Roosevelt, would lend her support for these cooperative efforts. World War II forced Helen to leave China, though she would travel back multiple times throughout the remainder of her life. Her work earned her 2 Nobel Peace Prize nominations, and upon her death in 1997, 4 funeral services were held in her honor, including one in Beijing's Great Hall of the People. Through her first-hand and compassionate writings, Helen Foster Snow created a link between Chinese and American interests that exists to this day.